Horse news, motherfucking horse news, motherfucking horse news.
Hey readers, I'm here at Milan for Fest. This is Full Duke for Horse News. I'm talking to AnontheAnon, who is just out of the panel a little while ago, teaching people how to draw good for those what can't draw horses. And he's known for creating all sorts of artwork and just so many other different things. Do you want us to? We had a little preview of a test you'd made for 3D animations coming up. You're going to release it in Halloween, hopefully.
Probably Halloween.
Yeah.
We don't know how long it's going to take because.
Okay. Do you want to tell us about it?
Well, it's I think part of it is actually already on my YouTube channel because it's a thing that I did last Halloween. But that was like 1 minute of it, and I was like, I'm going to do the whole thing. Because the whole thing is actually just a ride that is at Hong Kong Disneyland called Mystic Manor. I'm just remaking it, but with Spike being the one.
The one who suffers.
The one who suffers. Pretty much the whole plot of this is. The horse version is that Twilight decides to rebuild the castle of the New Sisters. To turn it into a giant museum where she stores all the artifacts from all over Equestria. And the new acquisition that she got, it's a magic music box that can animate objects all around it. Spike is like, I want to study it. Well, actually, really, I'm your number one assistant. I should be helping out and checking this out. And she's like, you lost Smarty Pants a few weeks ago. You lost my favorite plush. I don't want you to touch that thing. So Spike just decides to study it while she's not looking and activates the thing.
Like the little shit he is.
Like the little shit he is. And the rest is just pretty much the Disneyland ride, but recreated in 3D. And especially, this is one of the things I'm most proud of because it's the soundtrack of this thing. The original soundtrack was done by Danny Elfman, but there's no actual recordings of it. So me and a friend of mine who actually taught me around on how to do orchestration and stuff, his name is Mingli, amazing guy.
Yeah.
We recreated the whole soundtrack for the thing.
Yes.
To the letter, just to have it so you can actually hear it very well instead of having a shitty camera recording of the ride playing over the animation.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And,
so where did you get the idea for it from?
I just wanted to have, it's Halloween of 2019. I was like, I gotta do something quick for Halloween. What do I have? I have this snippet of a soundtrack from this thing. I'm gonna spend 1 month making a little test animation and then put it on YouTube. And I liked how it turned out. I was like, since this is 3D, I can actually make the whole thing in VR now. So I'm just gonna expand on this tiny piece of animation that I had put in 2019. But instead of having it 1 minute and 30, it's gonna be 7 minutes of animation. It's gonna be the whole thing. There's gonna be a tiny pre-show where everything gets explained, and then from there it's just things going awry.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So with the animation, you said there were like 50 gigabytes of textures used.
50 gigabytes. Last time I checked, it was 1 year ago, and we were like at 20 gigabytes. I haven't checked since then, but in 1 year, since I've been working on it for 2 years, it's at least 40 gigabytes at this point since I keep drawing.
Wow.
But it's an estimation, but at least 20 gigabytes for sure.
Is it all stored on one hard drive?
It's stored on an external hard drive. Right now, I have no backups for it. That's the worst part.
Has it fallen through the desk yet?
It's gotta soon. It's really going to soon. I should probably upload a lot. The problem is that I was stupid when making this project because half of the assets used for it are all over my computer. They're not stored in one hard drive. So the file just takes it from every single location on my computer. So even moving one file might fuck up the project at this point. I was really stupid when making this, but at this point I just gotta finish this and hope for the best.
Yeah. So have you done any collaborations recently?
Any collaborations? Not. I mean, I'm gonna do the anthology. I'm gonna try to do a piece for the anthology if that counts as a collaboration.
Yeah. So, where did you get the idea for anthology from?
Anthology, like what? What do you mean?
Where did the idea for the anthology for your pieces from?
Oh, for my piece, I'm just gonna do the Johnny Bravo intro with Chad Spike. That's that was that's the I don't know. I had this in my head for a while. I was like, I'm just gonna do it for anthology, so I'm just crunching down and actually completing it.
Okay, so why do you hate Spike so much?
I don't. I just like to bully him. It's my favorite character to draw.
Are you racist?
What?
Are you racist towards dragons or what?
No, it's just funny. He looks funny. It's funny.
He quite is. Jokes aside, you've got quite a unique style for Spike. I've noticed.
Yeah. The bean spike, you mean?
No, regular Spike.
Regular spike. What do I? What's my regular style for spike that I use usually?
Yeah, the style with the very prominent snout.
Oh yeah, just give him the snout. The thing that I tend to do is just I usually just concentrate on giving him a special type of feet. I usually just do a kind of like an elephant foot usually for Spike. That's what I usually go for that stuff. But
Cool. What is into model? You use as a general shape. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I use it as a general shape, especially for the feet. That's the part I change the most. I just use an elephant foot.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
Mm-hmm. So with bearing that in mind, what was your influence? What influenced your art styles? What artists influenced your style?
That's a good question. Probably most of the Disney animators, but then I just get stuff from the 90s, Ren and Stimpy, whatnot. All that. It's just huge mix and match of all sorts of art stuff from all over the world. When it comes to inspiration, horse artists, I try not to get inspired by horse artists as a general rule of thumb. Because here's the thing, if you try to base off your art style out of another one in the fandom, no matter how good they are, it's going to be a problem because to learn art, you gotta learn it from the actual masters.
Yeah.
No matter what, because otherwise it ends up having a, again, I say something, the same term I'm gonna pull from the file, the recursive error. Where even though it looks good, you're going to learn from this guy who learned from other people. And everybody's just copying each other's styles when it comes to horses. So that in turn, you're just going to learn. And then it's going to get, maybe you're not going to notice, but it's just going to get slightly worse. And then somebody's going to base it off from your work. And then it's going to get worse and worse. So the best point of reference to learn how to draw good horses and stuff, just get your influence outside the horse fan.
Yeah, of course.
That's my main goal.
And the thing is, there's going to be some limit to begin with, isn't there? Because Pony has a very unique style.
Yeah.
So that's going to encourage people to copy that, even from the official stuff onwards. So yeah, a variety is needed. Okay, so we're going to wrap up very quick. We're going to wrap up now.
Yeah.
Couple of things. Firstly, I need to talk about a very controversial thing.
Is it something about the plantation?
What possessed Applejack to pose for that painting? What possessed her to pose for that kind of painting? I've been trying to get hold of her agent, but she's not.
She's just wearing a nice suit, and but she broke her leg, and all the zebras in town are just helping her out.
Well, I suppose
That's.
The thing is, it does look very edgy. I suppose anything for Applejack to stay in the front of the screen rather than the background.
Yeah. Look, I'll give you the honest answer on that one. It was a birthday piece for a friend. He really loves Applejack. He really does. And as a joke, as a gag joke, I'm just gonna draw her with something spicy just to dunk on you. That was the main goal of that piece. It was just to dunk on a friend.
Yeah.
But and I'll be honest, I joked about horse. That's one of the least spicy jokes I've made. I'm surprised that's the one that made everybody just mad.
Well, it looks. I can see why.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see it.
There wasn't a need to put in the watermelon stereotype, though, was there? That was a bit.
Okay, now here's the thing. That's an OC. That's one of my friend's OCs actually. But yeah, that's the OC. That's the watermelon mare.
Didn't that cross the line a little bit?
I
would say that crossed the line because it's not doing anything clever with racism as a topic.
well, that is true, but that was the actual OC. I wasn't actually just doing something with watermelon. That zebra OC that I put in there was actually doing that. I just added there and there. But yeah, just you know,
Speaking of fruit, what would you say is worse? Pineapple on pizza or pizza on pineapple?
my lawyer has suggested me not to answer that question.
A man of few words, but with much said. This is AnontheAnon. All the best. Thank you very much, man.